Welcome back to the Mr. G Computer Science channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up to support the channel. So let's have a look at the latest of our exam questions on trace tables. Let's check out the question. The following algorithm has been written in a high-level language. Complete the trace table. So we have a variable x, which is assigned the value of 10. And then we have a conditional loop, which is while x is greater than 2. Remember, conditional loops will iterate while true, and we don't know how many iterations that will take. So a while loop will iterate a minimum of 0 times. Within the while loop, there is a count controlled loop. So that is a loop that we know will iterate a given amount of times. And in this case, this will iterate 3 times, as y counts from 1 to 3. Within that for loop, you can see that x is being assigned the value of x minus 1. This is sometimes known as decrementing, or reducing the value of x by 1. We then indicate the end of the for loop and the end of the while loop, followed by a print statement outputting the contents of the x value. So let's now fill out our trace table for this exam question. Let's remember that when we are writing lines in our trace table, we enter a line in the table when we update the contents of a variable or we have an output. So line 1, we are assigning the variable x the value of 10. So we show that in our table with the line number and its value. We are then testing if x is greater than 2. Now there's no change of the variable, so we don't have to record that in the table. Line 3 is assigning y the value of a 1. So we can see here, line 3 is assigned the value of 1. Line 4 stipulates that x is equal to x minus 1, or subtract 1 from x, or decrement x. Another way of saying that line. So we decrement x, so we can now see that x has become the value of 9. This is the end of the for loop, so it goes back to line 3 and it updates y to the value of 2. So we can see y has now got the value of 2 in our trace table. X now becomes the value of x minus y. So the current value of x is 9, minus 2 is 7. So our entry in our trace table will show that line 4 updates the contents of x to 7. This is the end of the for loop. It goes back up. Y takes its final value of 3 in line 3. X becomes equal to x minus y. So the current value of x is 7, minus 3 is 4. So we have our line 4 entry in our trace table. So that's the end of the first run through the for loop. This now indicates the end of the while loop, so we go back and we reevaluate the Boolean expression x greater than 2. So x is still 4, 4 is still greater than 2, so this evaluates to true. So we go and do our second pass through the for loop. So in line 3, y becomes the value of 1. Line 4, x equals x minus y. So y has got the value of 1, x has got the value of 4, 4 minus 1 is 3. This is the end of the for loop, jumps back, y takes its value of 2, so that's shown in line 3, x becomes the value of x minus y. So 3 minus 2 is 1. So that's our line 4 entry in our truth table. That's the end of the for loop, goes up for its final value, so x becomes 3 in line 3 of our truth table. X becomes the value of x minus y, so 1 minus 3 is minus 2. That's our line 4 in the table. That's the end of our for loop. So we go down and notice this is the end of our while loop. So we jump back up and we re-evaluate this Boolean expression. X is greater than 2. The current value of x is minus 2. Minus 2 is greater than 2 is false. So therefore we won't execute the while loop anymore, and we will drop to line 7 and we will print out the value minus 2. So now what we're going to do, just for clarity's sake, it's not part of the exam question, but I'm actually going to show you this question in Python. I've now copied the code over into Python and made slight changes to ensure that the syntax rules of Python are adhered to. So x is assigned the value of 10, while x is greater than 2. Within the while loop I have a for loop. For y is in range 1 to 4. The reason why I've done this is because range is 1 below the ending condition, and then we are decrementing x by the value of y here, and then we're simply printing it out. So to prove that gives us the exact output that our trace table gives us. Here's the output that I've run to show our output of minus 2. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Please give us a thumbs up on the video and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.